thermal decomposition. Now we have already seen what a decomposition reaction is. Now if decomposition takes place by the action of heat, then in that case we call it as a thermal decomposition reaction. Let us see some of the examples. First is the thermal decomposition of calcium carbonate. Now when calcium carbonate is heated, it breaks down to give two simpler products, calcium oxide as the first product, which is the solid product form, and the other product is carbon dioxide, which is a gas. Now what are our observations in this reaction? This is a white colored solid. On heating, it turns to calcium oxide, which is another white colored solid, but along with the evolution of bubbles of carbon dioxide, right? So what do we call the evolution of bubbles of carbon dioxide as? We call it as brisk effervescence. Second, thermal decomposition of ferrous sulfate. Now when ferrous sulfate is heated, what we observe is it breaks down into three simpler products. The first one being Fe2O3, which is called as ferric oxide, which we have done in class 9th also, plus SO2, which is sulfur dioxide, which is a gas, and the third product is sulfur trioxide, which is yet another gas. Let me balance the equation. Okay, now what do we observe in this reaction? What are our observations in this reaction? That this ferrous sulfate is a pale green colored solid, pale green. When it is heated, it turns to the solid ferric oxide, which is brown in color, along with the evolution of these two gases, which are colorless. Fine. Let us see the third example. The thermal decomposition of lead nitrate. All of you know how to write the formula of lead nitrate, which we have already covered in class 9th. When the solid lead nitrate is heated, it decomposes to again give three products: lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide, which is a gas, and the third product, oxygen, which is again a gas. Let me balance this equation. Okay, now what will be our observations in this particular thermal decomposition reaction? That lead nitrate is a white colored solid. When it is decomposed, it turns to lead oxide, which is a yellow colored solid, along with the evolution of two gases, out of which we know that oxygen is a colorless gas, while nitrogen dioxide is a brown colored gas. Fine. So these are the three examples of thermal decomposition. Let us highlight what are the changes that we observe in all the three reactions. Let us see for the first reaction. This is a white colored solid which decomposes to give calcium oxide, which is yet another white colored solid, along with effervescence. In the next example, ferrous sulfate is a pale green colored solid which turns into a brown colored solid along with the evolution of two colorless gases, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. In the third example, we have a white colored solid lead nitrate which decomposes to give a yellow colored solid lead oxide, a brown colored gas nitrogen dioxide and a colorless gas oxygen. Photochemical decomposition. Now when decomposition takes place by the action of light, we call it as photochemical decomposition. Let us see an example. In a watch glass, if I keep some solid powder of silver chloride, which is a white colored powder, and I put this powder in sunlight for some time. Now when sunlight falls on this white colored powder of silver chloride, then after some time what I notice is that this powder turns gray in color. That means what? That means it is no longer silver chloride, but it has turned into something else. That is nothing but silver. That gray color is because of the formation of silver metal. Now how we are going to write this in the form of a chemical equation? Let us see. Silver chloride, when decomposes by the action of light, or you can write sunlight, it decomposes to give silver as the first product. Now what else is left? Cl. Now just like we have oxygen, we know it exists in diatomic form, it is a gas. Similarly, we know nitrogen is again a diatomic gas, it exists in diatomic form. Just like that, hydrogen, we know it also exists in diatomic form, which is yet another gas. Just like this, chlorine is also a gas which also exists in diatomic form. So along with the formation of chlorine gas. Now if I balance this equation, on the left hand side I have one silver atom and on the right hand side also I have one silver atom. So silver is balanced. Let us see for chlorine. On the left hand side I have one chlorine atom, while on the right hand side I have two chlorine atoms. So I put a 2 here, but this makes the number of silver atoms also equal to 2. So let me put a 2 here as well. Now my equation is balanced. So this kind of decomposition is called as photochemical decomposition. We have another example of silver bromide, which is a pale yellow colored solid. Now again, if you keep it in sunlight for some time, what you're going to observe is it will also turn gray because of the formation of silver and Br2, bromine gas. Chlorine gas is a colorless gas. It has got a very pungent smell, while bromine gas is a brown colored gas. So these are the two examples of photochemical decomposition that you have to do. Electrolytic decomposition. Now when decomposition reaction takes place by the action of electric current, then we call it as electrolytic decomposition. Let us see two examples. The first example is the electrolytic decomposition of water. That means water on passing electric current decomposes to give hydrogen and oxygen. Let us balance this equation. On the left I have 2 hydrogen atoms, on the right also I have 2 hydrogen atoms. On the left I have 1 oxygen atom, while on the right I have 2 oxygen atoms. So let me put a 2 here, which makes my number of oxygen atoms as 2 but the number of hydrogen atoms as 4. So how can I make this as 4? By putting a 2 here. Now my equation is balanced. So this reaction is called as the electrolytic decomposition of water. Second example is the electrolytic decomposition of NaCl, which is sodium chloride. Now on passing electric current, what happens? It breaks down to give sodium metal and chlorine gas. Let us balance the equation. On the left I have 1 sodium, on the right also I have 1 sodium. But chlorine atoms are not balanced, because on the left I have 1 chlorine atom and on the right I have 2 chlorine atoms. So let me put a 2 here, which makes my number of chlorine atoms as 2, but my number of sodium atoms also become 2. So let me put a 2 here as well. Now my equation is balanced. So these are the examples of electrolytic decomposition reaction.